Welcome everyone on this gorgeous February 22nd of 2025, if you can believe it. We have a wonderful day planned at Wheels Museum today. We have John Taylor coming in at 10 o'clock to talk about the Medal of Honor winners. We have Jose Ponce at 12 playing music, and at 10 o'clock also I'll be giving a talk about the history of the rail yards. So I know you won't hear this in time, but it just gives you an idea of what we're doing. We're very busy all the time and trying to help our community. What I want to talk about today is a new initiative that we have that we think is very, very important. We've been working on this project here on the rail yards for 30 years through many ups and downs of various situations, political situations, financial situations, volunteer situations. It has not been an easy project, but for 30 years, we as volunteers have maintained our passion about this iconic place, which is the place that built our city and our country. And now we have a wonderful opportunity, which we are working on very diligently, and that is to take another building here on the property, the Babbitt and Welding Shop, to make the New Mexico Model Railroad Center. The current building that we have is 21,000 square feet, and this new building, which is an old building, which has been vacant for 50 or 60 years, is 5,000 square feet. And it will be what we are calling an arm of the Wheels Museum. Of course, we will continue in this building, and this will be an addition for us, which we think will be extremely helpful. Some of the most important exhibits that we have, and the most interesting and the most enjoyed, are our model trains. We have model train layouts currently of every gauge. We have the smallest, which is Z, which I love, which is the size of half of a small finger. And then we have N, which is a little bigger, and then we have HO, which is half of O, and then we have S, and then we have O, and then we have G. And G is garden scale, and I met with the Garden Scale Club this week, and they are going to start coming to Wheels and bringing garden scale railroads. And we do have a garden scale railroad that we've just put in the ceiling at Wheels. We also have a train currently where children or anyone can ride that holds 25 people. And we have a full-size train car in here. Someone has just given us a very beautiful G-scale train that holds about 15 people, and we're going to repair that. It needs a little paint job. We have it in a storage container now. We're getting ready to get that ready. We had a wonderful thing happen the other day. I had a call from the State History Museum. They have an exhibit that's 32 feet long that depicts Lamy, New Mexico, and the rail road in Lamy, New Mexico. And this is a project of Alan Affelt, who's a very dear friend of ours at Wheels. And that will be in that museum for another year or so, and then they would like to give it to us. So we are constantly being offered model railroad layouts. We're very, very fortunate that the city is working with us on this project. We were able to obtain $70,000 in capital outlay, and the city has hired an architect on contract to help us plan this new building. We are doing all the studies for it. We're doing the feasibilities. We are basing it on what we have now and the capacity that we have now, and to show the city that we are capable of accepting this building and being successful in the building. We have had over 200,000 visitors at the Wheels Museum so far, and we're very busy every day, and we are confident that this new building will be a source of enjoyment and education for the grandpas and the grandchildren and everybody in between, to learn about the history of rail and the current situation of rail and the future of rail and the importance of rail as it affects our world. When I teach children, which I often do, I always ask them, is a train important? And I explain to them that without trains, we would have no merchandise, we would have no relationship with relatives who live far away, and many other things. So the Burlington Railroad passes by us every day, Amtrak passes by our site every day, and Rail Runner passes by every day. And these are conduits for success for our world, for our society. These are the reasons that we're able to make progress by bringing merchandise and many products, whether it's oil or clothing or food or toys or houses or whatever it is, as well as passengers, to enjoy and to be successful in their lives. We want to depict this further with the model railroads. The city has asked us, what is this building going to look like? What do you anticipate doing in the building? And my thought, my plan, is to make it flexible. We want the building to be available for new things that are coming in. One of the most important things that we do at Wheels is innovation. We don't have the same exhibits that we had a long time ago. We have some of them are vital to our theme and to our study, but we are constantly receiving new exhibits, and we are constantly changing exhibits and adding to things. People come in with the history of their family. They come in with artifacts to give us. They come in with model trains to give us. Today, one of our volunteers came in and he showed me, I thought, the most adorable thing. It's a little cardboard box from 1920, and inside of it is a cardboard house that can be built in HO scale. It's never been built. From 1920, that's 105 years ago, that someone has treasured all those years and now given to the Wheels Museum for us to build this precious little house depicting what a home was like in 1920. Another project that we're starting on now is to build HO scale, Santa Fe style and New Mexico style homes. Most of the buildings that are used in model railroading are somewhat generic, or they're an Eastern style, Eastern of the United States style. So we want to make sure that we are depicting our people and our way of life here, and we're going to make clay homes, and we're looking for people who want to join us in this effort. If you're interested in making a layout that depicts New Mexico, of course we would love to have that. We're also looking to make a model of this rail yard, and we have people who are starting to work on that as well, and that's been a goal of ours for a long, long time, to depict what this rail yard looked like when it was busy, when it had 1,500 to 2,000 men a day in it, working, building our country, repairing 40 locomotives a month. So if you're interested in model layout building, if you're interested in running model trains, if you have a model layout you want to give us, please let us know. We're at 505-243-6269. We teach children. We have many special needs people with whom we work. We're very grateful to have that opportunity. People come in every day. Children stand with their parents for hours watching our model trains go around. One of our layouts has 5 layers of trains. Our O scale, we have about 1,000 cars that can run on the O scale train. So if you come in, you'll see a military train. You'll see Amtrak running. You'll see all kinds of railroad exhibits and the story of railroading here at the Wheels Museum. We have a television set that has our Z scale, and it's really adorable. We have a small round exhibit that's an HO that we take out to other places. If you have an event coming up and you want Wheels Museum to be at that event, we can bring layouts to you. The G Scale Club has layouts that are flexible and can be moved, and other clubs do as well. So if you're looking to have a lot of fun and watch a train go by and see the scenery and pretend that you're living 100 years ago or in the future, all kinds of possibilities, they're absolutely adorable. The detail on them is incredible. The amount of work that it takes to keep them running is a lot. They have to be cleaned and run, and they're very tiny, and it has to be someone who knows how to take care of the technology of these little trains, but they are magnificent, and they're very happy and sweet, and I think it's a very comforting thing to do, to watch them or to work on them and feel like you're part of the history here and of the future here through model railroading. So please help us with the Babbitt Shop. It's going to be an expensive endeavor. It's approximately $5 million to get this building ready, because it has lain fallow for about 6 decades. But it's a beautiful concrete building, the Babbitt and Welding Shop. It's adjacent to Wheels Museum. If you want to come over, we can show you what this is all about and talk to you about the plans and ideas. We're open to ideas always. We're open to new thinking that you might have or items that you might have. This is not limited just to a few people. This is a community effort for the state of New Mexico, and we want to do it in the most exciting and innovative way that will draw lots and lots of people, conventions to come here, all kinds of events, educational programs. So please help us, and let's make this happen. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. We have many exciting and fun things coming up, so please join us. On the 8th, we have the Wheels Model Car Swap Meet from 9 to 2. Super fun. I've been talking about trains this morning, but the model cars are fantastic, and we use them as a history of technology and design. And I have to say, I think the cars now are not as fascinatingly designed as they used to be. But if you come to the model car room, if you come to the model car show, you're going to see pink Cadillacs, you're going to see all kinds of very, very unusual, exciting old cars from various companies, and you'll see the way they were designed. Race cars and sports cars and all kinds of fun things. And if you want to trade cars, you want to buy cars, you want to just come and see what it's like, 9 to 2 on the 8th, and all the proceeds will benefit the Wheels Museum, which I think is extremely generous and kind of the people who have these cars. And so please come and have fun. Children love them, and older people love them, and they recall memories for so many people that, oh, like I had a 57 Dodge with those big fins. I had that car, and I want to have that again in model. So one day a man gave me a pink Cadillac convertible, and it's in there. It's about that big, but it's a lot of fun, and you know, we laugh and we remember the good old days, and we think about, well, what designs are coming now with EV, and what will the car be in the future. So it's the whole gamut of the transportation through the automobile. One time I had a meeting with an architect, and he said, I don't understand this whole Wheels Museum. And he opened his curtain. He was in a big office out by the airport, and he opened his curtain, and all the cars were going by. And he said, Leva, now I understand you. It had not dawned on him how important, he was thinking about other subjects, how important the automobile is. So of course we all know we couldn't go anywhere if we didn't have that car. So please come and have fun and see those model cars on the 8th of March from 9 till 2. Of course, there's no charge for that event. On the 15th, we have Randy Dunson coming to talk about the Berlin Cutoff, and he's an incredible speaker who's written a book about the Berlin Cutoff, and that's going to be at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's really very, very impressive what he's done. And then that same day, Martin Matlock, the 15th of March, is coming at noon to show his railroad photography. And he's been a longtime friend of Wheels and a volunteer at Wheels. And when he was in high school, which is a long time ago, he fell in love with this rail yard, and he started taking pictures of the trains and of the people who were here. And we have a very, very large picture of the depot that he donated to us that's on display in our Alvarado room. But if you're interested in the history of the railroad here, I think you're going to love that event, and there's no charge for either one of those events. We have on the 22nd, the TCA is coming. That's the train club. You're welcome to come. That's from 9 to 11. And then at noon, we have Liz Mangwell. She is a storyteller, and she's going to come. And that's going to be very interesting to hear her story. So please come and hear that. And so you see, in all these Saturdays, you can stay the whole time with us and have all kinds of things to enjoy. On the 29th of March is Donatella Davanzo, and she is going to be talking about Route 66. She's made a PhD study of Route 66 that has taken years, just 15,000 photographs. So there's no charge for that. She's coming at 10 o'clock in the morning. Please come and see Donatella Davanzo. Also that day we have Jose Ponce coming at noon, and that is going to be a $10 event, and he's fabulous. So come and hear Jose Ponce. He's the head of the New Mexico Music Awards and written many books, and fabulous guy. So stick with us and have a great March with us. March. There's a lot of birthday parties and private schools coming in. If you ever want to have a birthday party here, just let us know. Or any kind of a private event, corporate event, school event, church event. We are here for you. We have 21,000 square feet, 10,000 exhibit items. We have a special room for events. Please come and see us. Thank you very much.